movie's over, it's 4 o'clock and we're in trouble. Wake up and Susie, wake up and Susie. Well, what am I gonna tell your mama? What am I gonna tell your papa? What am I gonna tell your friends when they see? Ooh la la, wake up and Susie, wake up and Susie. Well, I told your mama that you'll be invited. Oh, Susie, baby, looks like we grouped again. Wake up and Susie, wake up and Susie. We gotta go home. From his monstrosity. As it come, as it go, will it let me go? Bismillah. No, we will not let you go, let him go. Bismillah. We will not let you go, let him go. Bismillah. We will not let you go, let him go. We'll not let you go, let him go. We'll not let you go, let him go. No, 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 no. Mamma mia, mamma mia, mamma mia, let me go. Yes, it was as the devil put aside for me, for me, for me.
Disruption is a term we keep hearing in the business world at the moment. Disruption describes a sort of change that can cause an organisation or institution to lose relevance very rapidly. And I can see, I think, Jennifer Jones there in the second row. Is that you, Jen? Hey, Jen. I was with Jennifer last week in Cleveland at her Zone Institute. We were talking about a whole range of disruptions that have impacted on businesses and organisations, and ones that are about to have a huge impact. And I mean, for instance, you look at a disruption to do with technology like driverless cars. And driverless cars, which are only a few years away from being on our roads, and you think of how they are going to disrupt a whole range of industries. When you think of the insurance business or the paid parking industry or the freight around this theme of collecting baby carriers to send to refugee families. Now listen to this. She launched in September last year. Within 7 months, they had 50,000 followers on Facebook. By the 8-month mark, they had 5,500 active volunteers involved in organising the collection of sending these baby carriers and raising funds. At the 12-month anniversary, they have sent 13,500 baby carriers to refugee families. This is an organisation that has used technology phenomenally. They haven't met much in person. They do a little bit of fundraising activity in person, but it's all been driven by technology.
You all know that when the change outside the organization is faster than the change within, the organization becomes endangered. Having said that, let me just think about it, that what is really happening. She's beautiful, right? Men have power to imagine many things. She is beautiful, but she cannot see. She has retinal detachment. Rotary is also beautiful, but we can't see what Mike McQueen was telling us because we are bound by traditions, and 68 of the workforce would be less than 50. When I look at those things,
we've focused so much of the conversation this morning on relevance, on what we need to do, the changes, the incredible opportunity that the Council on Legislation has given us to become as relevant as we want to be, as flexible as we want to be. But in order to be strong, one of the things that we need to remember is that as much as we need to change, there are certain things that are non-negotiable. Certain things that are part of the DNA that has been spoken about that doesn't change. And that's our core values. Really magical started to happen. I could see that it was lined with people. And the closer that we came, you could start to see that it was children. And the closer that we came, you could start to see that they were standing there, many of them naked, some of them in tattered t-shirts.
I had a message. I was in Evanston. I had a message, and it came from my beloved, and she said, "How many ties do you think you have?" Here am I, the other side of the world. How in the heck would I know how many ties I have? I said, "Oh, I don't know, 40, 50. And she said, 132. Okay, I have 132 ties. And she said, "Some of them are old." Yep, some of them are old. I've put some to one side. She knows that she couldn't possibly throw out one of my ties without me at least having the chance to veto the decision. So I went through this about 50 ties, and she's right, some of them were in really poor condition. So they've gone, but none of the Rotary ties get tossed out. But I happen to really like Rotary ties. And I happen to think that there are 2 or 3 that are absolutely outstanding ties that people wear all the time. I happen to think that it's a really important time for me to be planning. And I'm like the governors-elect. I'm spending this year listening, planning, learning. And in Rotary we have a very long planning cycle for our 1 year in position. And it seems a little counterintuitive. Why do we spend so much time planning for 1 year of activity? And it's longer planning than we actually do the job. Because now we have a president.
Be first, don't trust anyone. What? Don't trust, stay strong, don't go wrong. Think twice, think twice. I take it slow, high and low is the way of your life. Fight for your day, for your faith, and shout, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
conflicts and their nature. Today, Uppsala University plays an important role in diplomacy and research concerning peace and conflicts in the world. This is a result that you, as an organization, have contributed a great deal to. And if anyone wonders why this is important, we just answer. Building.
So in 1917, at the International Convention in Atlanta, Georgia, Arch Klump advised Rotary that they actually had a surplus in the bank account. But Arch Klump never forgot the difficulties and the near insolvency of Rotary International. Therefore, in his speech to the Atlanta Convention, he proposed the following plan.
For one reason, and I can't explain it, I've never been invited to join. I take that as an invitation already.
So my job is about to be ensuring that people like yourself are invited to be Rotarians. I appreciate the encouragement of my friend, Kent. You know the work we do on polio. I am totally confident there is a Rotary Club really nearby who can arrange this. Would you honour us with wearing our pin? Thank you. Thank you.
And then we've seen also what happened in Colombia with the referendum. Low turnout and a 50.2 majority against the agreement. 50.2%. Which means practically that 17% of the Colombian voters have vetoed an agreement. An agreement that we all needed, I think, because we needed an example to see that peace and reconciliation effort could succeed.
We were formed 45 years ago and with a mission to conduct research and teaching on the causes, dynamics, and resolution of armed conflicts. And this is still what we do. This is our mission statement, if you wish. And the idea from the beginning, taking our cue from medicine, was seeing all that progress that medicine had done by leveraging science, the scientific method, and research to problems of illness. The idea was to leverage the same kind of tools and techniques to get a better understanding of the social ill of armed conflicts.
Peace building, etc. But at this point, what I really needed was more field experience, and so I went to work in South Sudan for Médecins Sans Frontières, Doctors Without Borders, and this was a very different experience for me, having worked in human rights, civil society capacity building, where you have a very long-term perspective on the context in which you're working, and the results from your activities are likely to take decades to really come to fruition.
If any one of you thinks, oh, I got something spontaneous to say, please make sure you check that with me first. Okay? Yes.